Hello, everyone. Hi, it's me. This is Cardboard Alchemy's Friday live streams, Cardboard Chats, we call them. And this week, it's me, Rosie Powell, who's the communications manager for Cardboard Alchemy because Peter's with his family. And, it's probably easier if I do it because it's just me and Doug at home. But yeah, hope everyone's got some kind of beverage. This is going to be a very cozy little live. Feel free to say hi, hello. Yeah, I would love it if people tell me in the comments, like, what have you been up to this holidays? You played any games? Did you get any games? I've got like a list of things to talk about. I don't have too many like company updates per se because it's the holidays, but I'm gonna point out some things from the year, which is really exciting. Hello! But yeah, I imagine it's probably like one of the quietest lives we're gonna have because it's, as people are calling it, Crimbo Limbo, which is like the period of time between Christmas and New Year's, which I think is an interesting turn of phrase. And for sure, we've just been eating leftovers and watching movies, and obviously playing games. But yeah, let us know how your holidays went. And, did you ask for any Christmas presents that were game related? I got a few. I can show you them if you want to see them. But not loads. I didn't have a huge list. I already have a lot of games that need playing. So I didn't. I decided that maybe this year I didn't need an absolute load of them. But I've been seeing some incredible things on different groups that are on Facebook and such. People getting loads of games, and I've had so many messages from people saying they got Flamecraft for Christmas, which is so lovely. I get them like personally on my own because I run a channel called Cozy Board Games in my spare time, my little hobby. I get messages on that one as well because I talk about Flamecraft all the time, and I also get them on the Cardboard Alchemy TikTok, Instagram, all of them. It's really lovely. And so many new people joining the Facebook group as well after getting it for Christmas, which is really lovely, asking for like rules checks and those kinds of things, which I'm okay at. But usually Peter and Manny are much better at giving rules explanations than I am. Stephanie says, finally played Flamecraft with multiplayers, had played a bunch solo and finally got it to the table with family and got to use my deluxe side bits. Yay. Yeah, we've loved seeing everyone receiving all their deluxe bits and pieces. We managed to get like everything out, hoping that it's going to receive in homes as quickly as possible. Obviously, not everyone may have gotten them in time, and we did work as hard as we possibly could. And huge shout out to people packing our orders because they must have worked so fast and so hard. But yeah, so love seeing everyone's orders coming in. It's been really lovely. But yeah, I was gonna just like talk about some highlights and bits from I don't really even know how long it's been. 4 months, maybe 5. I don't know. I can't keep count. Yeah, basically, there's been loads of stuff happening at Cardboard Alchemy since I joined, and I thought I'd go over some of my highlights as the communications manager. But if you have any questions for what I do and like what it's like working in the board game industry from like where I'm at or anything about like, you know, I don't know if I can help with getting a job in the industry, but like what it's like sort of scouting around and looking at that sort of thing. If you're interested, I'm more than happy to answer those questions. Because nothing's like secret or anything about like how I work. But yeah, I go through some of my highlights. So one of the big highlights of this year for Cardboard Alchemy and for me was PotionCon. Pretty much as soon as I joined the company, we were like, we're gonna run an event. And I was like, cool. And they were like, you're gonna run it. And I was like, I'm excited. And it went so well. We had, I think, 13 live streams. Something like 13 or 14 live streams. With one that was pre-recorded, but everything else was pretty much live, and that was amazing. Every single one of them was just like so varied and interesting. I loved watching Manny and Brad's little interview. I remember sort of just listening to it in the background and just being like, I'm learning so much. This is so exciting because I wasn't really there, obviously, for the Flamecraft Kickstarter. So I love learning about the behind the scenes and stuff. I was on the other side with all of you. And then, PotionCon, I got really lucky. I got to chat to Grant, Lion, this amazing comedian. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch me giving him clues for Critter Kitchen critters to draw, because it's really funny, and I think I cried with laughter a few times, so it's very good. And also, like, chatting to Kim Joy was really lovely, and seeing her character as well in Critter Kitchen has been absolutely amazing. Getting to work with her, and yeah, it's a really big highlight for me because she's like such an amazing person to be around, and she's such a joy. Well, literally in her name. But yeah, so PotionCon was super fun, and getting everyone's like prizes sent out. I think they're all out. I'm not 100% sure because Pete's been sorting it out. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure nearly all of them are out. Peter might even be like around because he said he might be around, but I'm not sure. He might be busy with his family. So if he pops up, oh, there's some things you play. So Gibbon Tessie, I played That's Not a Hat, and I got a jigsaw of Monopoly. Did you want a jigsaw of Monopoly? Because if you did, I'm very happy for you. What a fascinating present. Because it's not even a Monopoly, it's a jigsaw. Which one? There's like 6 million Monopolies now. That's amazing. Character descriptive live was so funny. Hi, show me the paws. Hi. You're gonna play Flamecraft again. That's fine. I understand. The call of Flamecraft is strong. Saw Kim Joy's book in an indie bookshop yesterday and thought of you in PotionCon. So yeah, which book was it? Because she has 4 recipe books now, and she has a new graphic novel called Turtle Bread, which actually I got in my stocking, which was really cool, which is really cute. So I'm excited to read it. It looks very cute, and I'm pretty sure it's about baking. But she also has a board game called Kim Joy's Magic Bakery, which is really cute, and it's co-op, and you're trying to bake ingredients, and animals are getting in the way. It's really cute. If you haven't checked it out. Christmas with Kim Joy. Yes, it's a lovely book. Pretty much every single one of her books I've given to my mum. I can't eat dairy or gluten, pretty much anything. So I always give the books to my mum, so she bakes everything all the time, and then I get to look at them every now and again. So yeah, PotionCon was a huge highlight for us. Also, Essen was absolutely amazing. I got to go to Essen with Critter Kitchen, and I wore a little t-shirt and a little apron. It was so fun. And also we basically ran, how many did I run? I think it was like 15 like playthroughs of Critter Kitchen over the course of those days. And I was only meant to do about 9, but I just added more in because so many people wanted to play. They kept coming out to the table and wanting to play more. And it was my first ever time at Essen. I've been to board game conventions before, but never this big. It was huge. So, that was very exciting. And I have like blurred memory of it because there was just so much going on. But I have like big highlights of meeting Tim Fowers and getting to work with Lucky Duck, like on their stand. They're all really lovely. Devon makes you feel very, very like glamorous. He was like, "Do you need tea?" And I always got like tea like every 5 minutes, which was great. This isn't tea actually, but yeah, it's chai, which is technically tea. But yeah, I've really enjoyed starting the Cardboard Alchemy's TikTok. I know some people don't use it, and this is a completely different platform that we're on, but I really enjoyed starting it up. I do a video every Monday evening for me, but I guess it's like midday-ish for most of Cardboard Alchemy's team. And I've been making loads of little videos with the new products and stuff. Hi Brad, hi. What are you up to? Have you played lots of games? Let me know, Brad. But yeah, I've been having so much fun making these little videos. The last 2 have been gingerbread flamecraft things that I've made. I made a gingerbread little house of one of the potion shops. I won't give you the specific name because you can go and guess what it is. But it was literally about this big. As I said, I can't eat gluten or dairy, so Doug ate the whole thing. So I wasn't going to make like a massive one for just Doug. But I could. Maybe next year we're going to go bigger. Make like a Critter Kitchen gingerbread house. What would that be? Can't even think what that would be. I guess one of the restaurants which, looking at the illustrations from Sandara, that would be a lot of work. I give it a go. I've made gingerbread houses of like TARDISes and stuff before, so you know. But yeah, I really enjoy doing that. And then next year, going to be bringing more of like Andromeda's Edge onto TikTok, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. Obviously, you might know that my whole thing is being cozy, but I'm really excited to play Andromeda's Edge more. And I'm a big sci-fi fan. I mean, this doesn't help you at all, but I'm a huge sci-fi fan. Absolutely love Doctor Who, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I do enjoy Star Wars. But yeah, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I've worked on Doctor Who. I very much got the chance to do that. So like, I like sci-fi, so I'm really excited to play it more. Especially when I have like a copy that I can film. Like, I like tactile pieces. I can make the Tower-X insert fountain. Do you know what? Let me just share that. The Tower-X insert fountain. So Tower-X, you might not know, have made a Flamecraft insert. It's not official. They made it, and we think it's very nice. And before I worked for Cardboard Alchemy, I made a video showing building that insert, and it got like 1 million views, and the Tower-X did very well, and they got loads more followers, and loads of people discovered Flamecraft from it, which was amazing. And it's got this little fountain in it with like an acrylic water thing, and then there's dragons all around it, and you can slot your minis in. And I joked that they should make like a gingerbread insert to put a game in, but then maybe the game needs to be edible. I don't know. But yeah, they're a very, very talented bunch. I think they're very cool. I've got like 4 of their inserts now, so but yes, and then, as I said earlier, I've received so many lovely messages from people who have been playing Flamecraft since they discovered it via our TikTok, via my TikTok, via Instagram, all these different places. And it's been really lovely because I guess, the Kickstarter came out last year in November, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's when it got sent out. So this is like the first like Christmas when people can receive it like retail for Christmas, which is really exciting. And they're getting the upgrades, they're getting loads of stuff. So I think it's been really lovely receiving all these messages. And I think we won most welcoming game for the Dice Tower Awards, and you can just see all these people discovering this game and finding out that they're getting into board games. Some of them, it's like literally their first like game that isn't Monopoly or Scrabble, which is really lovely. So that's been very hard. I keep screenshotting them and meaning to save them to the work Slack because I'm like, come and see all these lovely messages, because no one really gets to see them apart from me. But yeah, and then all the lovely community growing, which is what I do. See if there's any no messages. Hello all, let me know did you get any games for Christmas? I'm going to show you what I got if you want to know. This is a very cozy chill chat. I've got a dragon on my shoulder. Look at that. There's also, I think that's also Flamecraft up, if you can see it. It's my favorite one. Thank you. This is just the games. This is overflow for the rest of my flat. I was chatting to someone earlier who said, just gotten into games, love to meet up sometime. We knew each other from like university, and they said, I've got like 150 games now. And I was like, I've got 400. And I'm saying, it's not impressive. It's not like a good thing to have this many board games. And they were like, we've only got a little flat house. And I was like, it's just a flat. It's just a flat. This is overflow. It goes up to the ceiling. There's a lot of books here too. And then in lots of other rooms, it goes up and up. So a lot of them are small though. I do collect a lot of small games. And so on the subject of small games, let me share what I got for Christmas. Disclaimer, it is just me and Doug this year. We decided to have a little tiny dozy Doug and Rosie Christmas. We are genuinely that cute, seriously. Hey Peter, Peter's here. Oh, Peter's saying what Christmas games you got. So like a lot of the team are here. This is super exciting. If you have any questions for the team, they're here. I know. I was going to grab all of them, but they're in my shrine next to my bed. I was in a hurry making this look appropriate. 300 is the magic number. I have twice as many plus more, but 300 is where you want to be. Oh, it sounds like you've got a long way to go for 300. If you've I stopped counting at a certain point. You know, like when you get older and you're like, I have reached 30 now. I will remain 30 for a very long time. That's how I feel. I stopped counting at about 200. And then we worked out that this year we've played 189 new games that we've actually recorded. Some of them Doug's not played. They've been solo that I've played alone. So I'm pretty sure it's in the region of 200 new games this year. And I have no idea when I did that. Like, when did I do that? Like, did we have a life? We did do things, right? So yeah, a lot of games been played. Chris, how many new games? Do you know how many new games you played this year? I bet you've played Critter Kitchen a lot, as has Peter and everyone. So hard to get new games to the table. So yes, my Christmas presents, very little things, very sweet. So I asked for this game called Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber, which is you're building out a sort of maze, and as you lay cards, you can spin them and switch them and stuff. And you're either, you can turn that off, thank you. You're either a mouse, cheese, cucumber, or a cat. If you're the mouse, you want to get the cheese. If you're the cat, you want to get the mouse, but the mouse can't get the cheese. If you're the cheese, you're Switzerland. You just want everyone to not be anywhere near each other. So you don't want them touching each other on the maze. And if you're the cucumber, then you're evil and you want everyone connected. And so you're just trying to get your secret hidden agenda because you're one of those. I've played it. It's lovely. It's really fun. There's also like big solo modes and stuff. It's by Fight in a Box. Seppi. He's really lovely. Chatted to him. And I was really excited to play this little tiny game. I like small games. If you're the cucumber, you are evil. Checks out. I mean, I thought it was a pickle, but it's a cucumber. It looks like a pickle to me. But you know, who knows? But they're the pieces. They look like these are the maze pieces, and they flip stuff around. Do I play button shy games? I do. I do play button shy games. I love them. I've got quite a lot now, actually. But it's a collection that's very easy to store. So there's it looks like a pickle, but it's a small cucumber, right? Or a large small cucumber. These are the debates that I have. So it sounds like deduction meets vast. Oh, I don't know either of those games, but you know, I thought it was like Mechs versus Minions meets Burgle Bros, or Quirky Circuits meets these Burgle Bros. Everyone's talking about the cucumber now. If you are the cucumber, the cat player should flee the room. Hey, well, you can rewatch it later. Don't worry, MP. But yes, there's also different front covers, and so Doug chose the mouse for me. Though secretly, I think the cucumber would have been cool. But he bought it from a friendly local game shop, so I think they only had the mice. I also, well, talking of button shy, I've been really into print and plays lately. And so Doug made me a print and play of Pixie, which is designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, who designed Wingspan and also Undergrove, which I think the Kickstarter's finished now. And yeah, he printed it off for me. And it's a fun little like clue giving game. This one really reminds me of Mastermind. Did anyone play Mastermind? Not the TV show, but the game where you had little black and white pegs, and one person was giving clues, and you were trying to find the right order of the pegs. Flowers game for button shy. Yes, this is the flowers game. But yeah, so it really reminds me of Mastermind. I used to play it with my like granny all the time. So you're trying to work out what the rule is that's been set by the pixie, because they're picky eater. So great quality P&P, Doug, good on you. I genuinely thought it was the real thing, and then I was like, wait, hang on, this isn't the front cover. Peter gifted 3 small travel games to my son. One was a big hit, Jabba's Palace, the Star Wars version of Love Letter. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to imagine how to do a Star Wars one, because I've played the Marvel one where you're against Thanos, so it's kind of a little bit lopsided a bit. The Thanos is trying to get all the gems, you're all trying to beat Thanos, so it's not exactly the same. but it's a clever spin. You love Mastermind. Super Mastermind. I never played Super Mastermind. I just had the simple one. Stephanie's asking Peter, how did the chess set go over? Because I think he was giving a chess set to his son. But yeah, our Mastermind's a classic. Absolutely. It's like with the pig game, Pass the Pigs, which I always played when we were on a train, which was a really silly idea because the pigs need to not move. I also got, let me move it from the stack of things I've got next to me. I also got this Welcome to I think it's called Winter Wonderland, but it doesn't have it written on it. The Winter Wonderland themed edition, which comes with a pack of cards, and you're putting up fairy lights. If you don't know Welcome to is a flip and write where you are trying to design the perfect 1950s town, and you want to get the blocks, is that the right word? Blocks of houses in the right order, like in numerical order, but you also want to get pools and parks and fences in. And this is a different version, which has a snowy theme, which is very cute. So yeah, I love flip and writes and roll and writes. I'm a big fan of them. As has been mentioned before, my love of roll and write games. Welcome to always puts the Welcome Back Carter song in my head. My brain's saying, is that from? Maybe someone it's from. I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions here. Yes, let me know. Hello, let me know if you got any games for Christmas. Like with me, I got a very small amount of stuff, which I'm very happy with because, as you can see, I overflow with games. And at some point, I will get Andromeda's Edge, and that will just take over like my coffee table. I also got. We did a really fun thing where Doug left loads of Lorcana booster packs around the house. So I got some Lorcana cards. Half a century old show. Thank you for that reference. I'm trying to avoid British TV show references here. So I also got given, is this the right bit? This Honey Wizard Lorcana mat, which is very cute, and I'm just going to use it on my table all the time whenever we play Lorcana or anything else because it's adorable. But yeah, I asked for that. That's the one thing I asked for. That and the cheese cucumber cat game. Peter, did you get any games? Chris, do people even risk giving you games anymore? Are they just like, no, you must have all of them? Because I feel like gifting games to people who are like serious board gamers, I don't think there's anything serious about board gaming, but serious board gamers is like, you must have everything. So they often don't risk it unless you've asked specifically and sent a link to exactly what you want. Super Mastermind has 8 colors instead of 6 and 5 holes. Okay, so it's like an even harder version. That's my dog scratching at the door, if you can hear that. He wants to come in, but he's going to jump on me, so no. Bitoku. I've heard of Bitoku. Is it little? It's big. It looks very pretty. There's so many games I need to play. Empire's End. I just make a list and give it out. Do you ever get like multiples of the same game by doing that? It is a big game. Bitoku is a big game. Yeah, one time my dad asked everyone for one of those fancy coffee cafetiere things, and he asked everyone, and so he got 3. And I was like, that's not how this works, Dad. Really heavy. Oh, I've just seen the box, so clearly my understanding of box sizes is on point. But yeah, and then here's something I gave Doug. I like homemade things. I like seeing the fan art and stuff that people do on the Flamecraft groups and everything, and I try making things. So I made this tiny little velvet bag. I even lined it. It was a good few hours of sewing very late at night, and I did it to put some I got some custom made Lorcana tokens because we were using the cardboard ones and it was rubbish. But yeah, very pretty. I enjoyed peeling the acrylic off of those. But you know, tiny bag, which Doug went straight for Lorcana tokens, didn't really notice that I made this, but never mind. If you could retheme any button shy game into a Flamecraft game, what would it be? Oh my goodness. What is my favorite button shy game? I really like Sprawlopolis, and I guess you could get, like, the little shops in it, but I don't know if it would work as much. Sprawlopolis is like an overlapping game where you're trying to match up things to match like a master plan. So like trying to get this long a road or this many farms touching or whatever. Um, I really like I like Invino Morte, but that's about poisons. I don't think that's Flamecraft related. Um, Rove is fun, which is about like moving things around. Yeah, it's a tricky one. What about would you any of you could think of like games that you'd like little games you'd love to be Flamecraft themed? Not saying we'd ever do that. Like I have no just a fun thought. But yeah, oh my goodness. Like this sort of reminds me of Love Letter, but that's not Button Shy, but like Love Letter, Flamecraft, sending letters. Rove Junior is going to be so cute. You think you love the art. Rove Junior, that does sound cute. I appreciate the thought behind people giving me games for Christmas more than the actual. More they like my chai. Go away, fly. More than the actual gift because usually it's something like Catchphrase, the card game, or similar, which I generally never play. Yeah, no, I totally get that as well. I think people have to have like either family members that buy the thing you've asked for or they really are in tune with your suggestions. Had a lot of people saying they sent our TikToks out to people to say, I want this. So you're sending the same like here's a Flamecraft TikTok, here's a Flamecraft TikTok, and they're like, they got the message. I sent them 17 TikToks about Flamecraft and they bought it for me. So you've got to have a family like member that is in tune with that. A sci-fi game with astronaut dragons. Oh, what could that be? We do have space dragons in Andromeda's Edge, which I'm very excited for. You're sad that you missed the alternate starter shop cards from Flamecraft. Oh no, I'm sorry. They would have been from the Kickstarter, so as of current, if they're out, they're out. Sadly, I got a lot of Star Wars trivia games from people. What is it with like if you like Star Wars, that's it. You just get Star Wars stuff. My partner likes Star Wars. Not like well, I would know if it was an avid thing because we don't talk about it very much. But he always gets like Star Wars slippers or Star Wars like Star Wars fact book, and we're just like, this is huge. Okay, what do we do with this? I don't know. But it's a thought that counts for sure. When you live in a very small flat like I do, I like small things. If you're gonna get it wrong, go small. Because then at least I can put it somewhere. Whereas if it's big, my mum gave me this huge plant pot once, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Often it goes back to my mum, and she loves it. So yeah. I have some letters to read out. Peter sent me some via pictures, so I don't have them to hold up, but I do have some to read out. So let me get the banner. Come on, get the banner, Rosie. Where is it? There's so many banners. There we go. Mail time. I'm going to bring them up on my phone. So I'm not as good at reading out loud as Peter is. So bear that in mind, please. But yes, we've got 3 letters to read out, which I'm very excited to read out. So this one is a very sweet one. Dear Cardboard Alchemy team, thank you for this wonderful gem of a game. We were, of course, initially drawn in by Sandara's art and the I can't read. And the world Jarl created with her, but it is the tight engine and approachable yet playable rules that keep Flamecraft on our table. Thank you for your generous offer of a promo shop. Not going to read out the bit with the address. We framed the Kickstarter prints on, and now our 2-year-old tells us all about their adventures every time she walks past. That was brilliantly read out. Well done, Rosie. That's very sweet. So they're making up adventures for the dragons. That's adorable. Thank you so much. I would read out the name, but it's a scribble. So thank you so much, whoever sent that letter. This lovely letter from Mary. So I can read Mary. My dragons are so giving and playful. They are living their best lives every day. That's how dragons should live. But there is one area where they are truly missing. They long for toys, stuffies, mostly. They long to give their best friends a gift. They love giving gifts to children. With this toy shop, any dragon hope to make new friends of everyone who plays Flamecraft by giving gifts. Please send me a Stuff the Magic Dragon shop. I'm sure he already has, probably. It's very cute. And then this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a really cool, that's useless. There's a really cool postcard. It's a really cool postcard. I'll stick it in the Facebook group so you can see in the comments of this particular post. With a lot, I love postcards. I need to send more postcards. Hi, Cardboard Alchemy. I love excuses to send fun mail, so this toy shop mail promo is right up my alley. This postcard is from Japan, from which I just returned. I got engaged there, so still riding that high. I also just got engaged. Here's my frog ring. I deliberately wore it because I knew I was reading this out. I rarely wear it. The two of us loved playing Flamecraft. The art is wonderful, the pieces are well made, and the game is just fun. Brings me back to my childhood love of dragon tales. Each dragon being so unique is so fun. I'm also glad plush are coming back. I missed. Okay, it's all written out. It's there's things I can't read because it's written over something. But anyway, thanks, and you rock, which is very cool. Congratulations on getting engaged. That's really exciting. But yes, thank you everyone for sending a little bit. There's so many letters. I think Peter probably gets, I don't know, like 10 a week. How many is it, Peter, now? It's a lot. And I'm honored that I get to read some out. Thank you very much. And as you can tell, it'll be back to Peter reading them, who's much better at reading than I am. I don't know how you do it. You've got such neat handwriting as well. It's incredible. But yeah, this has been lots of fun. I've enjoyed talking so much. I still have half a cup of chai left, which is very impressive. I remember when Peter did his 2-hour live, and I think he just ran out of tea like halfway through. It's very sweet. But yeah, and if anyone has any questions of anything or wants to talk about anything they got for Christmas, feel free. But yeah, I've had a lovely time. I've had a bit of a break. How long has it been? It's been a blur. I took some time off, and it's just been me and Doug. We did a very cool thing called a hash brown dipping station. If I'm trying to say, does everyone know what hash brown is? Is it like universally known? It's like mashed potato. Well, it's crushed potato, and then it's like fried into triangle shapes. We did like loads of dipping things, and that's what we did on the day after Christmas Day. So that was great. But most we've been eating leftovers, which is pretty much what this week is for, is to eat loads of leftovers. Doug had like a turkey sandwich every day. When it's just the two of you, there was a lot of turkey left. But yeah. And yeah, I've had a fantastic 4 months, and everyone needs hash browns now, right? Hash browns are the best. Love hash browns. We didn't even make them ourselves. They're frozen. It was time. But yeah, and yeah, Peter's going to be back, I think next week, pretty sure. And we'll be back at it. The team have been working so hard on Andromeda's Edge and getting all the files ready and stuff like that. And I'm sort of just watching from the sidelines going, good luck, you can do it. So I'm incredibly helpful, obviously. It's not the same thing. It's a hash brown. It's a potato. It's potato. It's just potato. But yes, if you do want to write a letter to Cardboard Alchemy to receive a rare medium promo shop, then you can write to us. I believe the link is below, but if it's not, it's in the last live stream, that's for sure. It's to one of our newsletters where we put the address there and everything so that you can send us a letter. And you don't have to be all fancy. You can literally write, hey, dude, can I have a promo, please? Bye. It might not get read out, or it might. That would be amazing. But yeah, I feel like you can still send them. There's no deadline. Peter will continue to receive exciting mail, because why not? Hello, what's this question? Will I be presenting Cardboard Alchemy at Aircon? I'm going to be at Aircon. We've not discussed conventions yet, but we will. But I will be there, and I'm always representing Cardboard Alchemy, so I will of course be there with promos, of course, as Cozy Board Games. I will be there with my promos. But I am doing a little talk as just a cozy gamer. Still need to work out how Cardboard Alchemy fits into that, but I'll be chatting to Kim Joy and having a little cozy chat. And you can sign up for that event. It's already on Aircon's thing if you want to join. But yeah, I'm sure I'll find a way to fit Cardboard Alchemy in there. We've all just been on holiday. So but yeah, and also I'm definitely going to go to the UK Games Expo. Again, not discussed how that works with Cardboard Alchemy or anything, but I'll be there because I love it. It's my favorite event of the year. I absolutely adore it. It's my convention. You know, everyone has like their doctor from Doctor Who. It's my convention. It's the one I've been to for like 9 years now. So I'm very excited. I love conventions. What is going on? I'm reading now. Oh, MP. Indeed is the word. Oh, MP. But yes, people are chatting. I love it. Yay for 2024 conventions. Exactly. Exactly. Because I mean, like, it's just great meeting the community. It's really lovely. And we'll definitely see if there's any more ways to do like live streams from them because they're always around the weekend, obviously. And that will be fun. I feel like Peter and I were joking about if we were both there, maybe we could do like a live stream where we like try and find each other, but you can see both of us. It feels like that would be a fun game. A hectic, very, very busy screen, but it would be funny. Loved the Christmas special for Doctor Who. I did indeed. I did too. I really did. Obviously David Tennant is my doctor and I very much appreciated those specials, but Tutti did a fantastic job. I really enjoyed it. The song didn't get it, but it was fun. But over here, the song ended up being like #1 or something, but really enjoyed it. But I think Chris is also a Doctor Who nerd, so sometimes we segue in conversations towards it. Yeah, I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas or however you celebrate this time of year, or you can do anything. I hope you had a great time. And I don't know what you're up to for New Year's. We tend to keep pretty quiet because my dog is terrified of fireworks. It might be our fault because the first time we got him, we thought we'd take him to a fireworks show and it went very badly. So everyone's talking about Doctor Who. But end of the day, like we now have to spend all of our time inside on New Year's. And there's always fireworks dotted about for the last like month or so. So he runs and hides. It's very sad. So we'll be playing loud classical music and playing board games. We don't really listen to classical music very often, but it calms him. New Year's Eve, what is better, watching movies or playing games? I can do both. I just played the game Burgle Bros 2, which is very casino Ocean's 11 style. So just rewatching Ocean's 11 going, this is such a great movie. So what we tend to do is watch, there's a way you can like certain movies, you can time them to the 12 o'clock, to the new year. And so something happens. And so we used to time When Harry Met Sally to, when it's like the new year, but it's a really lackluster moment in the movie because they sort of talk over it and you're like, yay. But also I think people have timed like Independence Day and like big explosions to it, which is really fun. So we usually watch a movie up until and try and time something to it, but we usually play games like most of the day. And then the next day, obviously New Year's Day is very much a board gaming day. Suspect. Definitely playing games. We're planning on playing stuff. I've got that and I need to open it. I'm excited. Is it like a detective-y game? Because I'm probably going to do like an escape room for sure. I've got quite a few unplayed. Like up there is about 10 sealed exit games. But I did do the exit advent calendar, which was really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed every room. If you haven't done them, then exit advent calendars. Every room is a little tiny like puzzle, and you don't know where the next door is going to be. Really fun. Now I want to time Terminator 2 when he says "Hasta la vida, baby." You can time a lot of movies to the ball drop, like a lot of it. So think about what movies you could time it to. That actually have like maybe some of them might have fireworks, some of them explosions. Like I really enjoy Evolution. There's a bit in there where like something explodes. You could do it with that. That cheesy alien movie. But yeah, it's a fun challenge. I think there are even websites for it that work out when you need to what time you need to start your movie to do it, and some of them work, some of them doesn't. It's good fun. Sandlot, I don't know Sandlot. I did the advent calendar too, and I loved it. I loved the gifts. Oh yeah, me too. The last two have been like, yeah, it's fun, but this one was a really good gift. Very clever. Yes, Death Star explosion on Star Wars for sure is a great one, and it's a party afterwards, isn't it? So it works really well. Um, this one, Thanos' snap. I mean, it's an interesting introduction into the new year for sure. Wouldn't it be better to do it on the like I don't know the name of the movie anymore, my brain's gone, but when the second click, that would be maybe like it's still really sad though, isn't it? So given Tessie bring in the feels with that one. I don't also because I'd have to watch all the movies. Endgame, there we go. Thank you. I'd have to watch all of the movies. You know when you're like, I'm now gonna watch all of them. I do that with Pride and Prejudice, the BBC one. I watch 6 hours of Pride and Prejudice, then I dream like in like fancy posh English voice. So I'd have to watch all of them. I think it'd be a long day. Like Lord of the Rings. Is there anything in Lord of the I guess you could time it to the ring. Excuse me. Excuse me. Um, all right, you can join the conversation. I guess you could time it to when the ring goes into the volcano. I don't know any words today. Everyone just come up with the right words. Thank you. That's but then again, you'd have to watch all of the two. It's not the two towers. um, but like, yeah, you could time that. But that, again, you'd have to watch all of the extended. It would be a very long day, isn't it? Like 11 or 13 hours or something. Not that that's a bad thing, but that is a dedication that you're making. Very tempting, actually. Yeah. Best version of Pride and Prejudice is I'm going to show this is still the BBC Colin Firth one. It is that's you are completely correct. It is still the best one. If anyone enjoys a bit of Jane Austen and hasn't seen the BBC Pride and Prejudice adaptation of Colin Firth, I'm jealous that you will experience that for the first time. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. I am a bit of a fan of Jane Austen. I like it. What can I say? I will say I'm not very good at reading them. Again, I'm not a great reader, but I like the shows and the movies. But yeah, anyone else got any interesting New Year's plans? What they're up to? Time Lord of the Rings to the point where Sam says, "Why don't we just fly on these eagles in the first place?" I don't think he says that. I don't think he says that. And there is a reason. I can't remember the exact reason, and I definitely don't want to be quoted for giving it wrong. But there is a reason why the eagles couldn't just come and fly them there. There's a real reason, and I'm sure that's somewhere. I should have removed the mail time banner because that's very wrong now. But has anyone got any fun New Year's plans? Any traditions that you do? I'm gonna definitely play like a bigger game. I might crack out Flamecraft because we've got my bits now. I might. I'm tempted to get Critter Kitchen out because I'm like I've not played it in a while. I'm excited, but I might also do like a big sprawling game of I don't know Earth or something. One year we were in a board game cafe for New Year's and there were loads of games going on. You could like hunt the board games to find puzzles and things. And we played Pandemic. And unfortunately, that was the next year was the pandemic. So that was a very unfortunate. So now I always think about the game I play if it does go into the new year. What are we trying to set? What can I set here? So play Flamecraft going into the new year, then maybe we will see dragons become real. Who knows? We always go on a little day-long road trip on New Year's Day. That's adorable. That's so sweet. Oh, that's lovely. Any fun stories from things you've discovered? I quite like, well, I don't drive, but when I was younger, we used to drive around and see all the Christmas lights. And I don't know if you have them where you are, but in the UK, they get real cheesy. One guy does like hang gliding Santas going down. We used to go on a little drive to see those. Am I going to make a New Year's resolution such as play Flamecraft once a week? Do you know what's funny is last year I had a New Year's resolution and it went really well. It was to play more games and make content about board games. And it went really well, like really well. So, you know, I'm going to really think about my New Year's resolution. I actually already started it like December 14th. So that was You know, it's well over a year since I started Cozy Board Games. But yeah, it's always play more games. I think this year it's play more of the games I already own. Try and talk more about games that exist a little bit more. But also, yeah, I think just my New Year's resolution is to meet Cardboard Alchemy team. That's my New Year's resolution. I'd like to meet them in person. That would be lovely. And fingers crossed that would be a resolution that happens. How about you? What are your New Year's resolutions? Although I always think resolutions for any time of the year, it doesn't matter when one day passes into another. You can make a resolution any time of the year. We found ourselves at this is when you drive around. We found ourselves at an old town train tracks, foggy lighthouses, cold beaches. It sounds like you were in a movie. That's amazing. Foggy lighthouses, cold. Can I come? That sounds really cool. Although I get a bit car sick, so I might not be a very fun person to have along the ride. That sounds lovely. Oh, old train tracks. That's really cool. I don't know what that meant. Stop sleeping to attain Peterhood. Do you mean like to match Peter's level of sleep? I don't know. Saying, how big is my shelf of shame? I do appreciate the term shelf opportunity because I don't have full control over my shelf of shame. Games arrive sometimes and I play them as a reviewer in my spare time. I think it's quite bad, but it's not that bad. I saw one person who said they had a Kallax full, like a 4x4 Kallax full of unplayed games, sealed unplayed games, which was a lot. I think mine's probably in the region of about 20. Maybe more. I'm not going to count. I feel like that's something I don't want to know. Right. I actually would like to sleep. I think that what works quite well is I'm able to do things when Peter is asleep and vice versa in terms of answering questions and helping people. So I don't need to match up with him all the time. Closets and shelves of shame, Chris. Closets and shelves of shame. So maybe your New Year's resolution is to play those games, but also you need to get down from 600 games to 300. So it's going to be a tough year for you. It's going to be real tough. And you've got some other games that you're working on, aren't you? That you'll probably be playing a lot more. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, it's interesting. As board gamers, we do buy a lot of games, especially when we go to conventions and we come home with stacks of them. But as someone that likes a lot of small games as well, I tend to try and balance it out a bit. And small games take a lot less time to learn. So that tends to be what I do. But yeah, any other New Year's resolutions and other than playing your shelves of shame? I get through mine pretty quick though, because I do unboxings of all the games I get. So I unbox them. There's not many things sealed. And then when I unbox them, I get like a good idea of them and everything. Hi, Violet. Hello. How you doing? Hi. I love your picture. Peter sleeps. He always seems to be in Discord, Facebook, and YouTube. I can't see when he has time to sleep. He's a Time Lord, and he just sleeps when he frees his time. It's a mystery. It's a fun game. Even Peter's like sleep pattern is a game. Can you work it out? It's a mystery. It's the problem is it's such a like fascinating, interesting job that it's very hard to go to sleep because you're just like, it's all so fun. Why would I? Other than like all of the jobs that Peter has to do. He's very busy. But yeah. And greatly appreciate it when he's around at my time, but also aware that we should sleep. Have they ever shown the Doctor sleeping from Doctor Who? Maybe once or twice, probably. He doesn't seem to have a bedroom though, does he? I don't know. These are all interesting questions. As a Doctor Who fan, I don't ponder it too often. Just like you don't see like people go to the toilet in movies. It's not interesting. No one cares. But yeah. I also really enjoyed watching the show Ghosts. If anyone hasn't seen the British version of Ghosts, it's ended now. Cried my eyes out. So if you enjoy a bit of like British humor, it's very British humor, then Ghosts is amazing. But yeah, other New Year's resolutions. Drink less chai, play more games. Oh, I've actually started playing Stardew Valley with Doug. We started our own farm, and I've ordered myself a guidebook because I'm really bad at it. So excited to play more video games too. Did he sleep when Tennant first appeared? He was in bed in PJs in Rose's flat. He was actually sick, so I don't think it counts. He was sick. He had a bad he had a bad time of regenerating, and so he was just sort of knocked out. Um, um, I saw the American version of Ghost before knowing there was a British one. Oh, yes. Well, go and enjoy the British one. I don't know about the American one. Some people like it, some people do. It's hard for me to like watch both. So yeah, who knows? I don't actually watch that much TV. Watch more films, to be honest. But yeah, don't remember the last time I went to the cinema though. Any other things I had on my list? I had a little list of stuff to say, just in case. I don't know, Peter, you're there. Did you have any highlights from your year you wanted to bring up at all, other than hiring me? You don't have to say that. But like, I mean, I would have loved to have been there when you were doing Andromeda's Edge. I'm sure that would have been a lot of fun. And yeah, and you've went to loads of conventions and met people. So yeah, you met Ellie. But yeah, everyone's talking about Ghosts. It's a great show. It's a great show. PotionCon, one of the highlights of my year. I'm so pleased to hear that. PotionCon, for those that have no idea what it is, was our sort of online convention. We did it in October, just before the launch of Critter Kitchen. Loads of people playing Critter Kitchen on Tabletop Simulator and online. And also we had 13 live streams. It was amazing. And I don't even know how we did 13 live streams in pretty much a day, but we did it, and it was incredible. And we've had just like non-stop praise of it from everyone who really enjoyed it, and just being able to give people an opportunity to attend a form of convention, because some people can't get to the ones, or they're unable to attend them for various reasons. It was really lovely to give people this fun little event and hopefully make friends and play games and hang out and win prizes. It was really fun. We couldn't have had a more varied mix of mix of events. It was amazing. You can go back and watch like most of them as well. So I used to describe your unfilled position to Peter as a unicorn because the right person didn't exist. Happy to be proved wrong. You can't make me cry live. No. That's very sweet. Thank you. I have a very strange background in the things that I do, and unicorn's a much nicer way of putting it than sort of hyperfixation times a million. 2023 has been a blast at Carbon Alchemy. How many conventions did we go to? I don't actually know. I mean, I wasn't there for like half the year, so I don't know about the first bit, but you probably know the answer to that one. I went to one. As you're saying it now, PotionCon was amazing. What a thing to do to host a convention for the first time. It was amazing, yeah. We don't know when the next one is, Violet, because we have to like work out what we're doing next year, and we're not like locking anything in at all until we've gone through all the plans of what we're going to be doing. But yeah, it was amazing, and it was the year of Critter Kitchen for me. Did we have a con? Yeah, major highlight, Critter Kitchen. Oh my goodness. It was a whirlwind. I don't actually believe that was like a month. That was definitely like a good few months doing that, right? Like the Kickstarter, not your not your experience of it, Chris and Peter. But yeah, oh my goodness. Like we went PotionCon and then we ran into Critter Kitchen. So it was just this incredible experience of everyone falling in love with Critter Kitchen and all of the things we unlocked. I know that we had a lot of stretch goals, and we smashed them. And it was amazing. I'm so excited for when it's here. I'm so excited. I'm gonna film so much of it. There's so much content. I could make a whole movie out of it. There's so much content in that game. True, Chris. I don't think you were at the con too much. You did have a show. You did do a live event, but you were working a lot of it. But yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for this very chill, conversational. Well, they're always conversational, but a little bit more uh unstructured life. um, whilst we, just chat. I'm going to spend the rest of my evening finishing Ocean's 11, which is what I was watching. Play a bit of Stardew. Um, as usual, get a TikTok out at some point. 2023 achievements. 2 games funded, over 23,000 backers, and 2.5 million raised with tabletop fun. That's amazing. It's so amazing. I still don't think I've like fully comprehended it in my brain. I think what happens is it's like when you turn like an age and you go, I don't feel like that age, and then eventually you go past it and go, now I feel like that age. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to like comprehend how immense that is. It's amazing, especially for board gaming. Absolutely incredible. And 2 very different games as well. So I'm really excited to have like both these games in hand and get to film them and show them off to everyone. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun. Exactly. Here's the more fun and games in 2024. Absolutely, definitely. I think games are games are like 100% my life now, and I do get messages from friends being like, "I'm very jealous that you get to just like play games." So I don't get to play games all the time. That's not how this works. But I do get to play games a lot more, and I do get to think about games 24/7, which is cool. Anyone like dream about board games? Is that normal? Don't know. Oh, I have an exciting evening of laundry ahead of me. Please keep talking. Oh no. Oh no, that's awful. That does not sound fun at all. Don't do the laundry. You don't need laundry. No one needs laundry. Oh, it's been really lovely chatting to all of you. Thank you so much for joining. I know this is like, as I call it, crimbo limbo, sort of this weird period of time where everyone's sort of eating leftovers and hopefully enjoying time with their families or whatever else they're doing in these holidays. But yeah, we'll be back at it, back to work. I think the team are already back to it, but back to it early next week. Our mission to give you fun things to distract you from the less fun things. Exactly. It's catchy. It's very catchy. We'll just put that on mugs and things. When I used to make cakes, our catchphrase was "We cake the cakeless." Because we thought it was just similar. Yorkshire puddings and pigs in blankets for snacks this evening. Yes. Oh my goodness, I love that. Have a happy new year. Happy New Year. Thank you. I hope all of you have a fantastic new year, and hope all of your resolutions come true, and all of your board game dreams come true, and all that jazz. And with everything, as the time passes into a new time, 2024. Still can't really comprehend that, but I'm very excited, and it's going to be an amazing year. Yay! I'm gonna go now. I feel like MP needs to do the laundry. I'm sorry. And yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, and game on, as everyone at Cardboard Alchemy says. And yeah, goodbye.